A Shine Centre is basically a centre, it's a room in a classroom, in a school, where we take children in grade 2 and grade 3 out of the classroom. So it's during school time, and we bring them into this room, which is our centre, and they work for an hour with a volunteer. I pair the centre manager, a person like myself, pairs the child up with a volunteer, and they come in and they work for an hour on various aspects of literacy.
Reading for meaning is an all-encompassing process. It's not just about the reading a comprehension test. Now, if you remember, I don't know, some of us for our schooling, you were given a little extract and then questions at the bottom, and then you had to answer those. And that was your comprehension exercise. But if you look at the curriculum and how it's changed now, comprehension is threaded throughout the subject areas. It's not only about English, it's not only about Afrikaans, it's not only about Xhosa. All of your other subjects are centered with the ability to read for meaning.
The model of the Shine Centre is that the school offers you a classroom so that you have your literacy centre based within the school running in the morning, and you're reliant on volunteers around the area to support you. Typically, a Shine Centre has anything from 35 to 80 volunteers that come in every single week and partner with 1 or 2 children.
The way we select children to come onto the Shine program is at the end of grade 1. We assess every single grade 1 child. So we bring them into the Shine Centre. We've got a special assessment form, and on the basis of that, that determines which children are underperforming. We then select those children to come onto the program at the beginning of grade 2. So they start then in grade 2.
I think a good volunteer is someone who is passionate about what they're wanting to volunteer at. They have a heart for children, commitment, accountability, responsibility, and really seeing the bigger picture rather than the little picture.
I'm very aware of my white privilege, and a very big part of that is my ability to speak English, which allows me to tap into a global network of knowledge, language, thinking, and commerce. And because of that, I've been able to participate fairly easily in the economy. I would like to be able to give the children whom we teach in Shine some of those advantages. Obviously, I can't give them all, but if I can just stimulate their thinking in English, their ability to converse and read and learn, hopefully that will help them in their participation in the economy, in their personal growth, and in also learning critical thinking. Not that I'm suggesting that's exclusive to English, but if they are able to at least participate in conversations with a whole range of people that allow them to develop that.
Many of the children at the school don't come from a literary background, so they don't have books in their home, many of them. So I think that would set them apart from children who have a rich, who go to the library from the time they're 2 years old. Rhyming, we have introduced rhyming into the Shine Centre because rhyming is invaluable to language development and reading and literacy. Most of these children have not grown up on the kinds of nursery rhymes that English-speaking and Westernized children would have grown up in. So a lot of them will come into school, a lot of them will come into grade 2, into Shine, and they've never heard a rhyme. They don't even know when you say, what rhymes with bed? They'll say bath, because they think what you're asking is what starts with the same letter, the same sound as the beginning, as b for bed. They don't even have the concept of rhyme. So that's been quite a challenge as well, and we do a lot of rhyming, and I encourage the volunteers to do a lot of rhyming in the centre. So they say a rhyme, the children, they act it out. So it's just to get the children to start hearing rhyming sounds, which will help them with their literacy.
We do like an educational game, which obviously reinforces the vowel meanings, etc., etc. And then we obviously read to them, but mainly, which I love the best of all, is actually reading to the child, because that is the time when you connect and you actually enjoy the story together. Whereas when they're reading to you, obviously there's a little bit of pressure on them to get the words right or to comprehend the story, which is also important.
The more the volunteer works with a child, the more they get to know and understand that child's difficulties, and the more they can start tailoring the program. Even though we've got a structured program, they can still tailor the program and fine-tune it for that particular child. For example, they start getting to know that the child loves animals. So they'll select, when they select their books to read, they'll go for animal books. And in so doing, they know that they're going to get the child's interest.
We've got a very good library, and we do a lot of reading, we do a lot of writing. I do see a progression. I'm not a teacher, so it's difficult to tell exactly what's going on. But certainly they graduate from here in a better state of mind, I think.
I think Shine is one of the many NGOs that does a huge amount of work for children in South Africa, and you know, we do need to become a nation of readers, and it's a problem that is not only confined to children who come from disadvantaged backgrounds. I think that children actually read a lot less now, and it's a problem, the television, and that was a great factor, because one thing about reading is that your imagination is stimulated, because you have to imagine the pictures that you're reading. Imagine in your head the pictures that are described on the page. Very, very important.
Shine Literacy, we are always looking for ways to collaborate with the people we work with. So we'll have parent workshops for the parents, and we encourage the school to be an active participant. We actually hold the workshops most of the time at school. We have developed some training modules for teachers, because we also realize it doesn't matter if we just have interventions for the children and teachers are not supported, and we're going to just be strengthening that arm, because we feel that the teachers are a strong, an important cog in this whole system.
Shine has an ethos which says, ease creates and urgency destroys. And so one of the key philosophies of our program is that it's really important not to make the child feel that they are terribly far behind and they've got to rush through the next few books in order to catch up to somebody or something. And I think that is one of the reasons why children do start to feel incredibly safe within the Shine Centre program, because nobody is giving them a sense of urgency.
Shine actually captures Derech Eretz beautifully, actually, because we have a Shine ethos, which is listen to the child. This is a partnership. Encourage, praise, and it's a very affirming place, and I think Shine really builds confidence for the children, in the children. So I think it really does capture Derech Eretz really, really beautifully.